What's up everybody and welcome back to episode 6 of my Minecraft modded Let's Play. No, I did not forget about this series. I just took a break for the holidays. It is now 2018, January, and fucking cold. It is cold, man. It's been raining a lot here where I live in California, which is good because the state needs water, so I like the rain, so I don't really complain that much. So I've been chopping down a couple of trees. I went out there. You can actually see a little bit of my mess that I left out there. Vein Miner, I guess, doesn't see those sideways logs as part of the logs, and I'll figure it out later. Definitely not going to leave it that way because that would make me mad. Used a couple of Meecreeps to clear out an area here, and got rid of the old house because we need a decent house. I looked at that and I was like, you know what, that would have been fine. But that's just, it's not how I roll. So we're going to work on one, although I'm not going to record it. I'm going to try to time-lapse it. So we'll see if that works out. The other quick thing that I want to do is, because these guys annoy me so much, because they're so darn loud, that I want to make a sound muffler. And I believe it's, notebook with some wool and some wood. Our trees are over here. Our trees are wood. I may be using this oak wood for our build. I'm not sure yet. I'm debating between either oak or spruce. I prefer dark oak personally, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, and this really is just going to be a house to get us going. And I'm not going to complain too much, except for the sound. There we go. Way better. So we still hear them a little bit, but it's significantly quieter. This also mutes the sound of blocks being placed. Anything that happens there. And you can see now it's way louder. But as we get closer to it, it gets quiet again. Beautiful. Okay, so we are going to build a quick little house. Shouldn't take me more than an hour-ish. I'm going to plan a little bit for the basement of it. It's going to be raised off the ground, so we have a couple of levels for, wires and tubes and all that junk to go through it, so we can have our main house up top, which is where maybe the majority of it'll go. I might do the 9x9 aspect ratio just right in the middle. I might make it a little bit more rectangle. I'm not sure, because it is efficient. It's nice for placement. It just kind of looks good, but I don't like the box, the outside shell of it. So I'm gonna try to pretty that up a little bit. And this will be the first kind of like module of our home, because I will have a basement for like processing and all of those like kind of ugly machines, but I want to put different buildings for each kind of mod. So we'll have like a greenhouse, we'll have like an apiary area, because although bees don't really get us anywhere, because Brando did teach me about bees, I think it would be good to show you guys how to use bees. And although we won't really need them here, they would be super useful in like a skyblock or something like that. So anyways, I'm going to get my other account onto here. I think as Minecraft is loaded up finally, and set up a little time-lapse dealy and see how it works out. it, everybody. Our first kind of starter home. Built it a little bit differently than I would typically. You probably saw me breaking down a lot of stuff and rebuilding it. That was just because of space issues on the inside. I wanted to make sure that there was at least some room in here, because I don't think that we're actually going to spend a lot of time in the top area here. It'll be in the basement area or the other specialized buildings that we have around here. So I knew that from the get-go, but I still wanted a little bit of room for, I want to do a cooking for blockheads area in here. So we'll have like kitchen stuff, a stove, a countertop, refrigerator, that sort of thing. Tiny little place to sleep, and that's it. There's a little hay potato over there. Just running this through a LAN server that didn't actually go through the proper steps of actually creating a full server yet-ish, because you guys seem to be pretty receptive of the idea of having other people come on here and visit, and maybe I'll have them come on and help me out with projects. I got a little rose bush right there. I'm probably going to fill the rest of this out with either plants or maybe some crops or something like that, and just not harvest them. You know, it'll just be for decoration. The outside of the house over here, there's nothing. Just a little bit to kind of give it some texture. I don't think I'm going to put windows on this side. It all kind of depends on how I'm going to put stuff inside the house itself too. The sun's going down. Nope, can't fall asleep for another 3 minutes. 2, 1, there we go. Fall asleep at 10:27. And the bottom area over here, I think I'm gonna probably put the staircase. Actually, let's just skip the staircase. I think I have ender pearls, right? Right, elevator. It's 1 ender pearl, right, and surrounded by wool. Okay, we have 3. Perfect. Okay, so we could just, right from the get-go, avoid the stairs and do the, actually, you know what? I don't have the wool for it right now. That's the one thing I do need is wool. But if we take 2 of those, we have 3 wool here. I don't think that we can do it with different colored wool. So we got 3, so we got 7 total. We need 16. We don't have a whole lot of string, do we? No string. Perfect. That's the way I like it. That's a cow. These are all cows. Okay, I'm gonna go hunt for wool real quick. Lasso's empty. And maybe I'll bring back a couple of sheep as well. Not seeing them on my mini-map here. Is a chicken. Show mobs, show animals. I want the options. Is it minimap? Show mob headings? No, not headings, but actual mob display. I think that's what I wanted. For some reason the chicken head doesn't show up, because I should see the chicken here, but I don't. Wasn't I looking for wool at some point in an earlier episode? It's been nearly a month since the last episode, and I kind of forgot what I was doing then. You know? You take that long of a break and kind of start to forget what you were doing. There's a bunch of sheep. There we go. Okay. First off, you do that. Second of all, should see about making a second lasso. Thank you. There's one over here. Damn it, he just ate. Like catching them right before they eat. So then we get more wool out of them, you know? not a lot of sheep. There's the sky here. I think the chickens don't show up because their heads are too small, you know? I see you, sheep. You cannot hide from me. Okay, we got 16. I'm gonna go back home. Put this one sheep down, and then we'll grab another one at another time. So, I haven't done anything with the basement yet, except for give it a ceiling, an outline, basically, of what I'm trying to do, because it'll make it easier once we're down below, like, what's the shape of the house up top. So I'll make 2 of these elevator blocks. Now, these elevator blocks, which are crazy cheap and super, super, super helpful. So say we have one right there, right? If I go on there and I jump or I hold shift, nothing happens. But if we throw one above it, directly above it, we can go in between these 2 floors. So space is to go up, and shift takes you down 1. You can hold shift, I believe, and... Oh, oh, I guess you can't. I thought you could hold shift and you won't go until you let go of it. Now there can be blocks in between them. I believe that in the settings there's a certain amount of blocks, and there is a certain amount of travel that these elevator blocks can go. But it is a pretty decent range. So let's just put it like right here, right in the middle. For right now, and then we'll change it later. So as you can see, there's nothing in here except for a diorite ceiling, and that's mainly because I wanted to know the shape of the roof for when I go down here and then I dig up. So I want to line myself up with this again, and we'll go down a decent ways, because you got to think about it, right? We're going to have our floor level, and then we're going to have all that roof. And I think this is probably good enough. So we'll do this. And just for the sake of speed, I'm going to do /home. Bring myself back up here. And then put an elevator block here. So now, I'm going to hit shift, and I'll go all the way down to this basement level. Which still needs to be dug out a bit. And we could go back up that quickly. And we don't have an ugly staircase or anything like that. You can also color match these. You can make brown ones, gray ones, light gray ones. Any color the wool can be, these elevators can be. And then there's also the elevator from RF Tools, which is cool, but I'm not super proficient with it. But I believe this is also the one that is an actual elevator, so it's moving blocks, so you're standing on top of a moving block as you go. So I don't remember why we haven't been using this. I think I wanted to wait for a permanent residence. So what I'm going to do, put it like right there. It's like a little lantern. And that'll start giving us light sources. I believe there's already one in here. F4. Yeah, see, it just created another one somewhere. If I had to guess, got all these numbers, 13, 14, 15. Probably somewhere right here. But, whoa, whoa. Oh. Went into third person. I was like, oh, I can't see! So that's going to fill out this whole area for us. And then we can move our big torch here, too. We'll move it to the top of our house, right there. And again, the Mega Torch prevents monster spawns. I believe it still allows passive, just hostile. It blocks. And the feral light up here will give us a huge radius, even underground, of light. So I'm pretty sure even if we get rid of all of this, it'll fill up this room for us. And the reason for this floor too is just because I'm probably going to be digging out up to this point, maybe, possibly, and this will be wires and tubes and stuff transferring to the top here. If not, this will just be like a storage area. I'm not against anything really, so it can be anything. So how am I going to do this? I'm just gonna have to do /home again because I want to cover up these holes here, and I don't have enough diorite to finish this off. So I guess I could go down here now. Oh. I mean, I got to dig all this out anyways, right? There we go. That's weird. Okay, I guess it's just a visual bug. We were seeing into our basement there. Yeah, the basement might actually be good for when we have machines and stuff up here. We'll run things through there. But yeah, that's the house. That's actually gonna do it for this episode, guys. Gonna be kind of a shorter one, just because we kind of had to get back into the swing of things, and I don't know, building simple stuff that you could do in vanilla is basically, well, aside from the elevator and the 2 torches. Has always been something I enjoyed, and we needed a place. We needed a place. So from now, we need to do we need to work on automation. How do I bring up my notes again? And so wait, no, cancel. Things to do. So edit, refine storage, better tools. Oh yeah, we smelted all that manually. I can upgrade the tools. We need to do automation of ores, and cooking for blockheads. We need, what else do we need? You know what, I think that's fine for right now. I need to remember that I have this notes thing. I got it for that reason, to remind myself of things that that I need reminding of, and I forgot about the thing that reminded me of. It's like is it Neville that said that he remembered that he forgot something, but he can't remember what he forgot? Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like. If you have an idea for what you want me to do in a future episode, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Thanks for watching.